Okay, ahead of the boots on the ground training that's coming up next month, the first part that we're going through is a site setup. So I've just brought you down to one of our sites today, where we're going, and I'll go through the whys and wherefores of how we set this site up. So I came down here the other day and I ran through the security arrangements and the parking, some stuff that really basic stuff, fencing up, make sure you can park outside, etc, etc. Kabir, hello, how are you doing? Right, I'll just turn this round. Okay, so one of the first things we needed to put in here was a water supply, which is what you see here, and power. There's no water supply or power to the building or to the site at all, so we needed to get them things put in. One of the things I didn't go through with the last video was somewhere to site a skip, which is obviously really important. So we've got plenty of land here to be able to put a skip on it, and the fencing is going to protect this skip from fly tipping, hopefully. This site setup we've got here, these containers is, what's the cost of this container? 150 a week, isn't it? 150 a week, this? 238. Two what? 238. 238 a week. 238 quid a week. Obviously this is not going to be necessary on every site, but what you get in one of these cabins, we have an office for the site manager to sit and do his operations from. He's got his program on the wall so he can monitor progress, etc, etc. Welfare area for the guys to sit down, have a sandwich and whatever. And then we got notice board, look, with all our information on in terms of compliance and safety and all the rest of it. You'll run through all of this on the training day that we have. Place to heat food, warm water, chairs with backs. Second best looking site manager in the company. I think that's it in here, isn't it? What else do we need? Heat food, hot water, oh, place to wash your hands, that's the other thing, place to wash your hands, you need that as well. And then we've got a carsy on the end, toilet on the end, and this is obviously being ran off a generator. So these critical things, whilst we've gone, I'm not going to say belt and braces, but we've gone, turn this back around. So we've gone from a really basic site setup to something more formal, not formal, that's probably the wrong word, something a bit more substantial and professional by having that sort of cabin at the back. Now you're obviously not going to go to the extent of something like that with, you know, your mid-terrace sort of refurb, but when you've got a project as big as this, you know, you need to have a site set up that's substantial. Now we're working in all parts of this building, so for us to try and operate everything that you've just seen in those cabins out of a building like that, it means that we're creating an area in that building that we can then we can't work in because we've got a setup there. So one of the advantages of having that separate setup at the back of the site is that I don't lose any area. There's a breakout area from the house as well, so we can carry out all our operations in here separate from the building, which is a huge plus. Shall I go inside? How long have we been on? How long have we been on here?
Probably about 5 minutes.
Fuck it, we'll go inside, let's have a look. I wasn't going to go inside, but we will. Again, there's some site setup things to notice, emergency assembly point, stuff like that, real basic stuff. Site entrance, so any visitors, they know how to get in and out the house. So we've had here, the damp course has started, sorry, it's been injected already, I think, yeah it has. So we've had the hack off, this is a really good thing, a necessary thing should I say. We need to take off up to 1 metre in height, all the way around the perimeter of this big space. We're still in the middle of the rip out here. So all that plaster's all come off, and then we've tanked the walls there. So this product that's on the wall is like, how can I describe it? It's like a plastic, and then it's pinned to the wall with these knock-ins. You just drill a hole, you put that in, whack it in, and then it's done. And that's going to prevent salt coming back through the plaster once it's been plastered over. And this gets done all the way around the perimeter of the building. There's not really much else to show you. I ain't going upstairs because they're working upstairs. But again, this is this is all tanked out now. We found some asbestos in the basement, which is down there, so that's off limits. I can't go down there. I'm just using that for storage for now. That was all. I won't show you any more inside. That's all for now. So remember, boots on the ground training, www.constructiontrainingacademy.com/boots-on-the-ground. So that's site setup, and then we'll go into the production phase, and then we'll go into payments, how we manage subbies and things like that at the end of that training day. That's all from me. Ciao for now.